Welcome back, class. Today we are going to go on a problem-solving adventure. I'm going to read to you one of my all-time favorite stories as a child. It is Alexander Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday by Judith Viorst. In this story, Alexander is our main character who is given $1 by his grandparents when they come to town to visit him. Within the story, we see many different ways that Alexander spends his money, and we will see how his money begins to disappear. As I read the story, before I read the story, I'm going to give each of you 100 pennies. Does anyone know how much 100 pennies are? What does 100 pennies equal?
$1.
Good. All right, so $1 equals 100 pennies. So each of you are going to be getting 100 pennies, and I'll pass them out. Okay. And as I read the story, I want you guys to go along with Alexander, and when he gives away money or his money starts to disappear, I want each of you to subtract or pull away the amount of pennies that Alexander spends on his items. And I'm going to write it on the board, so in case any of you don't hear me clear enough or need a little bit of help, I'm going to write it on the board, and then at the end we'll figure it all out together. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. Again, this is Alexander Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday by Judith Viorst. It isn't fair that my brother Anthony has $2 and 3/4 and 1 dime and 7 nickels and 18 pennies. He doesn't look so happy, does he? It isn't fair that my brother Nicholas has $1 and 2/4 and 5 dimes and 5 nickels and 13 pennies. It isn't fair because what I've got is bus tokens. Does Alexander look happy with just his bus tokens?
No.
No, he wants money too. And most of the time, what I've mostly got is bus tokens. And even when I'm very rich, I know that pretty soon what I'll have is just bus tokens. I know because I used to be rich last Sunday. Last Sunday, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Louie came to visit from New Jersey. They brought lox because my father loves to eat lox. They brought plants because my mother likes to grow plants. They bought $1 for me and $1 for Nick and $1 for Anthony because, Mom says it isn't nice to say, we like money a lot, especially me. My father told me to put the $1 away to pay for college. He was kidding. Anthony told me to use $1 to go downtown to a store and buy a new face. Anthony stinks. It's not a nice brother, is he? Nikki said to take the $1 and bury it in the garden. In a week, a Dollar Tree would grow. Ha ha. Mom said if I really want to buy a walkie-talkie, save my money. Saving is really hard. Because last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I went to Pearson's drugstore and got bubble gum. And after the gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And after that gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And even when I told my friend David I'd sell him all the gum in my mouth for a nickel, he still wouldn't buy it. Goodbye, 15 cents. All right, boys and girls, so we are going to take our 100 pennies, and you guys will take away 15 of those pennies. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I bet that I could hold my breath till 300. Anthony won. I bet that I could jump from the top of the stoop and land on my feet, but Nicky won. I bet that I could hide this purple marble in my hand, and my mom would never guess which hand I was holding it in. I didn't know moms made children pay. Goodbye, another 15 cents. So go ahead and count out 15 more pennies and put them to the side. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. Except that Eddie called me up and said that he would rent me his snake for an hour. I always wanted to rent Eddie's snake for an hour. Goodbye, 12 cents. Anthony said, when I'm 99, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said, I'm too dumb to be let loose. My father said that there are certain words a boy can never say, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father fined me 5 cents for saying each of them. Goodbye, dime. How much is a dime worth?
10 cents.
Good job. So go ahead and take away 10 more pennies. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, by accident, I flushed 3 cents down the toilet. A nickel fell through the crack when I walked on my hands. I tried to get my nickel out with a butter knife and also my mother's scissors. Goodbye, 8 cents, and the butter knife, and the scissors. Alright, so we're going to take away 8 more cents. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I found this chocolate candy bar just sitting there. I rescued it from being melted or smushed, except the way I rescued it from being melted or smushed was that I ate it. How was I supposed to know it was Anthony's? Goodbye, 11 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. But then Nick did a magic trick that made my pennies vanish in thin air. The trick to bring them back, he hasn't learned yet. Goodbye, 4 cents. Anthony said that even when I'm 199, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said that they should lock me in a cage. My father said there are certain things a boy can never kick, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father made me pay 5 cents for kicking it. Goodbye, a nickel. How much is a nickel worth?
5 cents.
All right. Go ahead and take away 5 more pennies. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, Kathy around the corner had a garage sale. I positively only went to look. I looked at a half-melted candle. I needed that candle. I looked at a bear with one eye. I needed that bear. I looked at a deck of cards that was perfect, except for no 7 of clubs and no 2 of diamonds. I didn't need that 7 or the 2. Goodbye, 20 cents. That's the most he's spent so far. Go ahead and count out your pennies. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. I absolutely, positively was saving the rest of my money. Except I needed to get some money to save. I tried to make a tooth fall out. I could put it under my pillow and get a quarter. No loose teeth. I looked in Pearson's telephone booths for nickels and dimes that people sometimes forget. No one forgot. I brought some non-returnable bottles down to Friendly's Market. Friendly's Market wasn't so friendly. I told my grandma and grandpa to come back soon. Last Sunday when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. Alright class, I'm going to stop us right there. We know that Alexander does not have a full dollar. So I'm going to have you guys count up the last of your pennies. And let's see who thinks they know how much Alexander has left. Alright, so I'll give you guys some time to count your pennies out. Alright, who out there thinks they have the answer?
Me.
Courtney?
0.
0? He's got nothing left?
No.
Oh, I guess we'll have to read to find out. Alright, let's finish our story. I'll read the page again for you guys. Last Sunday when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. I've got this dopey deck of cards. I've got this one-eyed bear. I've got this melted candle. And some bus tokens. So you were right. He has no money left. He spent all of his money. Alright. So, I want you guys to each double count your pennies. Make sure that you've subtracted the right amount of things. If anyone still has some money left over, go ahead and look at the board. And if you have money left over, start back with your 100 pennies and start taking away the denominations of cents and see if you come out this time. After you guys count your pennies, we'll have one more activity and then we'll break for recess.
Okay.